Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna, and this morning it is the need to lead. The need to lead. How about that? To talk about this morning, the need for leadership. The need for leadership. It is a must. It is a must. And as you know, I'm going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway. But before we get into that, I want to greet some people. Want to greet some people. Happy Friday! Happy Friday! It is Friday, and I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to 2 days from Sunday. 2 days from Sunday. How about this? Another way to look at Friday is it is Sunday Eve of Sunday Eve. That's one way. That's one way. But let me greet some people and get right into the word on this morning. Good morning, Yvonne. How are you? Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Elder Mobley, how are you? Gloria, how are you? Brother Joe, how are you? Dawn, how are you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Elder Jan. How are you? What a great morning it is. Anna, how you doing? Good morning, Minister Sent. How are you doing on this morning? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What you got planned for the weekend? I hope that church is on your plans to be in the house of the Lord on this weekend. On Sunday, I mean, you got to grab a hold of the fact that if you are able, if you are able-bodied, then come into the house of the Lord is what he says. Come that my house will be full. So, all right. Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. How are you? Gloria, how are you? Lena, how are you on this morning? Good morning to everyone. And this morning is the need to lead. The need to lead. I'm going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway 5 minutes or less. 5 minutes or less. Sometimes I give you a trailer for the message on Sunday. This morning, I want to deal with this whole piece that I was actually dealing with on Wednesday night in our midweek of worship service, and we're walking through the Bible, and I absolutely love it. Walking through the Bible, it is a tremendous asset and resource. So join us. Time for a little commercial. Join us 6:30, in person and online. In person and online. So let's get right to the word on this morning. The text to talk, the takeaway, the need to lead. The need to lead. Judges 21:25, the last chapter, the last verse in the book of Judges. What does it say? In those days, there was no king in Israel. Now, I understand that it is setting up now another historical piece that is going to happen in the book of Ruth, with Ruth and Naomi and Oprah and all of that, what goes down and Boaz. And then we move into the genealogy of the king coming with David and then the Messiah. So I get all of that, but I want you to grab a hold of what has happened in the book of Judges. What has happened in the book of Judges is that we find the up and downs of leadership and the up and downs of what is going on. It says, in those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in their own eyes. The implication is because there was no leadership, people just did what they wanted to do. It's three things I want you to grab a hold of when we talk about the need to lead. Without leadership, there is no vision. Without leadership, there is no vision. Leadership implies in and of itself, that I have the glasses to tell everybody where I am going and I would like for them to follow. I have the right glasses. I have the vision. I see out in front. And therefore, since I'm out in front, I need you to follow. So without leadership, there is no vision. Well, then what does the word tell us? Without vision, the people perish. They run wild. They do what they want. They cast off constraints. They cast off constraints. But they cast off constraints not just because there is no vision, but leadership, by definition, brings vision. There is a need to lead. The third thing is this. Without self-leadership, you won't follow leadership. Without self-leadership, you won't follow leadership. You have to be under authority before you can be over authority. And the first authority is not to try to lead others, but to lead yourself. But to lead yourself. The word says, you mortify the deeds of the flesh. He's given you a will that he will not take. Therefore, you have choices. And those choices should always have the outcome of you leading you. So when you lead you, then you can submit yourself to others and the vision that God has given. Vision in and of itself says this is something that was not contained within me, but given to me by God. Let's go back to the text. The text says this in Judges 21:25. In those days, there was no leadership. There was nobody in the leadership position in all of Israel. Everyone did what was right in their own eyes. What's your takeaway? Your takeaway this morning is I'll do right by submitting to leadership. I'll do right by submitting to godly leadership. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I hope this bless you. If it bless you, share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Monday, I want you to know something. I'm going to begin a series. I'm dealing with a series on Black History, Black History Month. I'm going to be dealing with that all week long, and I'm going to delve in it deeply. Some of the topics I'm going to talk about is the biblical background of Black history and other things I want you to grab a hold of. I'll see you next week with more Morning Manna. Share the manna. God bless you. Have a great weekend.